at him. You guys are over.
We're over. This is it now.
It's over.
All right,
Carlton's Knights Mammoth heading into the second game of the night for our very last playday of the Oceania League. And you know what? For all the laughs, for all the bans, this one's a pretty intriguing game. If Mammoth find the win over Carlton's Knights, they will jump out of the bottom two on the standings. And the reason why I know that is I've actually got Dev's notes.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't have them on the couch. I've got them.
Shocking. It's
I can go to 6 Invitational. I can go to the major.
The DevMod tablet is all you need. Look, this one, they're competing for money, though. That's about it.
Yeah, money. I like money.
Very good.
If Dev Marta wishes to make his way back, I have covered for him before.
Yeah.
This is not a first time.
This is not a first time. Actually, not even the first time this week.
Not even the first time this week, in fact.
Dev Marta is chronically late.
Oh my.
You say.
No, Dev, not this. I'm back, baby.
I just witnessed war.
I've vanquished the dragon. Oh wow! Actually, I didn't realize he could do this, Denox.
He's definitely engineered this.
He's engineered
he was sitting on the desk before while you were on the actual desk, and he was sitting there like fiddling with the touchscreen. He's like, "How do you use this thing?" That's what happens when
he's figured out how to like optimize my tablet. I actually don't mind that, but I want the keyboard, so I'm gonna use it like this. But Mandy, I think we have a lot of catch up to do here.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be real, those three idiots on the desk didn't do anything for this match. Like, they didn't provide the context.
Is that like self-inclusive?
Yeah,
is that
100%.
Right,
I was the worst of them. Yeah. They didn't do content. They didn't do like stats. There was nothing. Storyline. What the hell? What do we know about Carlton's Knights and Mammoth?
I don't know. They're playing for money, and it's exciting.
Money.
They love money. They love it.
That explains why Xenox was here. He loves money.
He does love money. He did say that before you baffled him for the microphone.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's going to be broadcast safe for a while after what I did to him. 2 black eyes.
God. Oh, cursed. Actually so cursed. It's over.
We do have fun here. It's the last broadcast of the season, so I think we're allowed to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, we are. It's good.
And I've no doubt that these teams will as well.
Absolutely.
Particularly Mammoth. Very little to lose here for them.
Yeah, absolutely not. Not only that, but they're also playing with a sub today.
Yeah, so Sealy.
They're even playing with their core 5. I don't even know who subbed out for it, to be honest.
So Sealy actually used to play for Kraken, if I'm not wrong.
I believe so.
Yeah,
there's history.
I might actually go and do a bit of a deep dive into the numbers.
There you go. As you do a deep dive into the numbers, the round is ticking by. There are 2 minutes left. Not a lot has happened. It's not very exciting. There's a lot of quiet.
Well, there is a bit of a roam going on, and Worthy is eager to try and deal with it.
Dealing a bit of damage onto Sealy. Cut off from Neptune on the other side. We'll look for that pick in the Zulu hallway. Playing a very cautious game is Sealy on this roam on the Oryx. Hatch is open for his full off, so he's nice and safe and toasty.
But what is the play for... Okay, so Mammoth are just completely retreating back to side, with the exception of Tiltek, who is sneaky-beaky-like inside a kid's dorms. He has the hatch open as well, so if Neptune's not careful, Tiltek might be able to get him.
Well, here we go. The other side is the Dokkaebi, and if the Logic Bomb rings out, it could be disaster for Tiltek, but if not, I don't think they're going to check it. It could be the good.
Oh, he saw the feetsies. He saw the feetsies. Come on. You know you want to, Neptune. Oh, now he's going to drone.
Oh, no, he's going to do the callsies. Oh, bad.
Oh, he hears it. He hears it, but he still loses it. That's so unfortunate for Neptune.
Nah, P10 Ronnie shoots a bit faster, I reckon. You can't fight with the GM coming around the corner. Like, that's not cool.
He could have not peeked it.
Well, that would have been the smart thing to do, all right? We don't really do that around here, yeah?
No.
We fight people.
Not.
It's exciting.
Well,
there's not a lot of time as well, so he has to kind of fight them, yeah?
Well, now Mammoth has to, rather, Carlton's Knights has to decide what to do. They know Tiltek's upstairs. What are they going to do about it?
Well, he's going to come down the lobby side, and there doesn't seem to be anyone to cut him off. Execute coming through the backside instead, but lots of smokes and Goyo canisters to stop them.
It's a bit scary, and Tiltek's found a double. Here comes a breach, though. Don't mind the impact trick, though. Pat's in a bit of an awkward position and worried about the flank. Tiltec finally dealt with, but Sealy has this great cross as Pluto is prone in the site. Sealy spots the play across, but isn't able to kill him as of yet. I think Pluto's got a good spot here. Phoenix has gone down. Sealy comes for the flank, loses his life, but Campo finds one before he's traded back. Worthy eventually goes down as well. It's a messy affair, Mandy. But on the back of those 2 early picks, Mammoth do find the round.
Yeah, not too bad in it. They played the late game pretty good. There were a lot of fire and flames and smoke canisters and stuff in the last couple seconds, and Kelton on sites was stuck as they tried to go for the back execute. Of course, Tiltec being the thorn in the side, playing that roam on the top floor till very late into the round would be quite painful to deal with come execute. Got to worry about a flank too, so all round, not too great for Kelton's Knights and comfortable for Mammoth.
Pretty nice. Very nice. I love that smile on Tiltec's
He was wearing a Spider-Man thing before.
Really?
Yeah, he was wearing a Spider-Man, what's it called?
A onesie?
I don't know what they're called.
I don't know, you're like waving your mask?
Yeah, the mask, sorry. I don't know what came over me. I was like... oh gosh.
I have a good question for you, Mandy, about Tiltec. Really important. What is his boba drink of choice? Because he'd already had his boba by the time I arrived.
Yeah. So we tried something non-milk tea, and he got a grape Yakult.
How do I say that?
A grape Yakult. Yakult.
A grape Yakult.
Like you know Yakult, the little.
Yakult.
The tiny.
No, you
like,
lost me.
You know the tiny little drink. It's like this big, and you peel the top off and you drink it. It's got like the good things inside of it. It's got the health things.
Really, your adjectives are absolutely pumping it today. You've been hitting that thesaurus in the dictionary. I can tell, Mandy.
There's some fancy word for the good juice in the Yakult. I don't know what it is.
So what you're telling me is Tiltec is juiced up and ready for the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's grape flavored.
Good on him. Well, he's already had a good start. Let's see if Kelton's Knights, not to be confused with Knights, can reply now.
Oh gosh, calling them the actual Knights would be quite a compliment.
Quite a disservice to the old Knights.
Oh gosh. Oh no, small tower roam. Oh, good from Tiltec. The juice, it's the juice. He's on 3. That's exciting. That's only been 1 round. Oh no, 2 rounds now, and he's on 3. That's very good.
Yeah, he's on the juice tonight. Worthy's moving in now, worried about these roamers. And he's taken down the default, but he's still got quite a few players nearby to worry about.
Yes, that's quite a lot of roam presence. 3 on the ground floor, which means the bomb site is actually quite vulnerable in this situation. I think if Pat gets open the wall, we send a few drones in. They're probably thinking, hang on a moment, we could make a run in. Get that bomb down.
Hells yeah. But I don't think they have the information.
Hells yeah.
Hey, you got to have some attitude about it. I don't think they got the info though.
Nah.
No clue. So it's still quite hesitant here from Kelton's Knights. And meanwhile, 3 players from Mammoth back on site. Oh, missed drone. Didn't see Tiltec.
Oh, we've seen him now. Malusi spotted, but Tiltec is actually going to hold his ground rather than going back down to the ground floor. I mean the basement, sorry. Wall being aggressed on by Sealy though. The Oryx on the other side could deal some damage.
Yeah, this has been a bit of a lackluster push from Kelton's Knights, especially now as they've lost Neptune. Fortunately, Sealy aggro on the breach has gone down. Tiltec's going for a rotate all the way through the basement to come and support White Stairs, so that does leave an opening now for Kelton's Knights for an execute.
Shield's got to be taken down with a nade though. I think Pat's just called Vinny around to burn that one out, so Hunter's power position is going to be gone any moment now, but with only 30 seconds left to go, it's looking a bit scary for Kelton's Knights.
Very scary indeed, as Pluto's also found Vinny. Pat down on the ground and Worthy low HP. He's going to choke on this gas if he's not careful. Almost gets impacted. He's going to have to pick up Pat. Now 2 low HP attackers against 4 defenders who can just sit their positions nice and patiently. Campo now is on the line. Pluto's a bit hungry for it. It's Hunter, after all, to find the final kill. Mammoth are off to a really nice start here on Oregon, Mandy.
Yeah, this is actually good. They're really getting up in the face of these Kelton's Knights players. I like that they're dedicating themselves to this roam and they're holding on. I like that they're not falling off too early and punishing the fact that Kelton's Knights aren't really clearing every single room to full discipline. It's definitely caught them off guard a few times.
Yeah. A little bit of cheeky breaky
business.
behavior. Yeah. A little bit of aggression. A little bit of something here from Mammoth. But this is where the true test begins, Mandy. The tertiary bomb site.
Oh no.
This is always where it flips.
Oh no. Disaster. Possible round for Kelton's Knights going into the third round. Like you said, Meeting and Kitchen will be the bomb site of choice. Tertiary 1 has come into fashion a little bit more compared to the other one of Showers.
Oh yeah.
And they're going to make Big Tower a power position. 2 ADSs there. The wall is half soft, half Rio'd, so they can see in. It's good times.
Yep. I love that setup. That's
Like,
actually
oh wow.
doing full rotate.
Oh wow, that's a big hole.
That's quite unusual.
Ooh.
I'd say usually you do line of sight, not full rotate, don't you?
Well, sometimes they want to run.
Yeah, they do.
Run in and out.
They
Breach
wants
as
to
the defender.
Wants to do is a run. I'm a bit scared here. I mean, you got some ADSs, but what else have you got on this big tower position?
Well, I think the idea is you have a player over there.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Imagine that.
I had actually gathered that. Maybe.
Yeah, and then there's another player inside a stage, and then they can play the
Yeah.
crossfire through the big hole in the wall together. That's crazy.
That is very cool. Very cool.
And there's
interesting.
Wamai.
There is one. That's not
Yeah.
bad.
It says magnets. That's good.
Maybe there's a Banshee. Oh, yeah, there is a Banshee. So that
Yeah.
helps a little bit as well.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Vinny spots him.
I've seen it. Could be a small tower take, though, if they see that. Surely they think, all right, this is not cool. Let's
No.
try something else.
Nah.
I think some of the attackers did actually spawn on the small tower side, so... yeah, they could certainly look to probe the map and see what they can go for here.
Yeah, Phoenix loves a good self-drone, he does. He's droned himself in the small tower. Actually, how about it? Pat's got a breach on the back of Meeting. This is super awkward because now the attackers can sit all the way back in Garage and cut defenders' positions deep into Meeting, and pivotally, that stage position you were talking about before. And to add insult to injury, here's Phoenix finding the opener, almost a second, but Mammoth do trade it back.
There we go, though. Lobby presence established for the attack will mean that they can, like you said, start to pressure out the players inside of Meeting. Once that wall is open, it's not so nice to play in that
What is
sandbags
that?
position, but hang on a moment. A smoke grenade can sink onto Neptune. Man advantage still in the hands of Mammoth. And Hunter, what on earth was that?
This kid, what's he on, man? 2v4 now for Kelton's Knights. Vinny's going to have to get desperate. That was some gnarly stuff there from Hunter. I think the longest range smoke kill I've ever seen.
Yeah. Look, when you're fighting things from that long, you gotta blop blop blop. You know.
You do have to
Yeah.
blop blop, and he does that with the SMG-11 just fine. Now he's got the shotgun, and he's not far away from Pat here. But since Pat did find, I think it was Tiltec? Pluto, can't remember whichever one it was, up inside a attic, it has brought this back into the realm of possibility now for Kelton's Knights.
Certainly as well with the vertical in the hands of Pat, he can clear out all the positions inside of security and inside a kitchen too. So if he wants to go for a kitchen hatch drop here, also in the realm of possibility, although still quite hard with the man disadvantage.
Yeah, not easy, is it?
Where's Vinny? Oh, he's helping. He's inside, about to be in Zulu, supposedly. Oh no, about to be in Meeting.
If he finds this, it could be big, and he does take down Sealy's head. Looking for another now. Campo is on site. Here's the Q. It doesn't swing as of yet. He's playing so patiently. He's caught between
Pat's got
two
no idea.
people. And now it's all up to Pat. He does find the first one. And it's all down on the defense to Hunter. He's been the man of the hour. He's had a huge round. He's got no smoke babes left, but he has his trusty shotgun. Massive round from Hunter there. 2 kills at the start with the SMG-11 and 1 to close it with the shotgun. 3 rounds in a row for Kelton's, or rather for Mammoth.
Ooh, this is getting exciting for these guys. Hunter with a big round just then. They didn't quite address his power position on the backstairs there. They really did not want to fight him. And Hunter's like, well, if you don't come to me, I'm going to go to you. I will fight you instead. And he sunk some people in with some smoke babes, suffocated them out, took some long-range fights. And, of course, to close it out in the 1v1 too. What a beautiful round from him.
Lovely, lovely stuff. That's got to be a confidence booster. Hunter actually hasn't died yet this game. 5-0.
That must have been a weird noise to come through the mic, sorry.
You're having a
Drinking
bit
the
of a
water.
swig of your drink bottle, are you?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's okay.
require hydration.
Good. I'm glad. I think that Kelton's Knights probably in need of a bit of hydration. They need something, that's for sure. They're taking their tactical time out.
It's a hydration reminder for all those at home.
Yes.
Drink water.
Drink your water.
Water is good.
I agree.
Is water wet?
Is water wet?
Hmm.
That
This is the great debate.
is a great question.
Linguistically, is water wet?
So is it like semantic or philosophical?
I think it's semantic. That was the
Semantic.
question. I mean, it can be philosophical if you want it to be philosophical.
Well, technically, if the definition of wet is something that has water on it, right? Is that the definition of wet?
That's the question.
Because if something has water on it, then water does have water on it. If there's like a lot of water, then technically there's just water on water, right? So it's reciprocal, right?
Yeah, I guess so. That's a fair argument.
I don't know. But it's funny because my instinct tells me no.
Yeah.
And yet I have a logical line that says yes. How funny.
The bomb site's the basement. They've
Oh,
completed the
cool.
world tour.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this is good. They
Nice.
actually did win the tertiary bomb site. Remember, we said
Yes,
that's
they
where
did.
Mammoth were going to be tested, and they won it. So that's good. And now
Very
they can
good.
go back down to basement, which is like what we like to call the impenetrable fortress. Now, Kelton's Knights have run into the fact that Mammoth like to go for some silly business, and they've brought along Jackal, because silly business is bad, and
Yep.
Jackal deals with silly business.
Yep. Silly is bad for business if you're Kelton's Knights. I like the Jackal pick, and I like the fact that it's probably going to punish Tiltek, who was just cheekily prone in the kitchen hallway. Does have an impact, tempted to go for a run out, but doesn't do so, as he just shoots the drone and falls back to site. So I'm not sure whether Mammoth are aware, but the one round where Kelton's Knights bring that Jackal, they just all fall off the roam.
Maybe this was the whole idea all along. They lulled them into the sense of, we're going to fight you, and we're scary and stuff like that, and then they went, ha, we're back on the bomb site.
Well, roamers can be scary, but I tell you what's scarier is going up against a really solid basement defense. Like, you've got Goyo,
Yeah, that's not
you've
great.
got Mirror, you've got Warden, you've got Shield, you've got Bulletproof Camera, you've got 2 C4s. That is, like you said, impenetrable.
The scary thing to me is the Warden at the moment, right? Because having Warden means that your smoke's unreliable. Flashbang's bad, not good, right? Especially if this Warden is in the position to deal with the execute as it comes through. I have absolutely no idea where Sealy's playing, to be frank. But he's quite the far,
I mean,
actually.
he's in a good spot.
Well, the thing is, in his spot, he could easily rotate to assist pillars, right? Like, he could go through that big highway, as we call it, the highway hallway, and be able to take the fights there. But he's pretty comfortable playing the mirror at the moment. So for Kelton's Knights, I feel like it's about making the decision-making happen early enough and identifying which operators they want to face, right? You don't want to be throwing your flashbangs into the water. That's the big thing.
Fun fact about Sealy, this man has not found a kill all season, all year,
Gosh.
because it's his first game.
Haha,
he
it's
has
so
no
funny.
kills.
Oh, execute, Dev, not good.
Uh-oh.
Execute coming through and Warden not there to deal with it. They've all dropped the hatch, but it's looking pretty claustrophobic.
Oh, very claustrophobic. There's another word I would use to describe it, but I'm not sure I can say it on broadcast. It is an avalanche now for Kelton's Knights. They finally find their first round, Mandy. All it took was a collapse in the blink of an eye, and Mammoth were picked to pieces.
That was actually good from them. They decided to go for a back execute with plenty of time left. It wasn't like a last-second ditch or anything like that. They sent down what they needed to. Dealt with the regular power positions. There was no one in like a weird spot. Like no one was being weird and playing in Harry Potter or
Don't be weird.
doing something silly. Just don't be weird.
Don't be weird.
But when you're not weird, then Kelton's Knights know what to do. That
Yeah,
was a really great
exactly.
execute that came out from them to combine the E-box hatch drop with the blue push. Textbook stuff.
And guess what? Ba-dum, bam! Tactical timeout converted for Kelton's Knights.
Damn! Massive.
Yay. Woo. And then the crowd roared. For Kelton's Knights.
Yeah.
Because
Exciting.
they're really good and they just want around.
Wow, so exciting. We're going back down to the basement though. The thing about Oregon is that when you attack the basement and you win, then you have to attack the basement again.
It's like, yeah, hey, congratulations, you successfully won an Oregon basement attack. Your prize is getting to attack it again.
Again! Woohoo!
And then your heart just
Love
sinks
it.
and you're like,
But hang on a moment. Look at this. Kelton's Knights, they're not doing the normal things. We have Amaru. We have Ash.
Amaru.
They're very fast. That's very unusual for Kelton's Knights. They've been quite slow in this series. 5 rounds now.
Oh,
well, the
yeah.
5th round is going to be fast. That's good.
It's speedy gal time for Kelton's Knights. Because our IQ is also a very speedy gal. A lot of speedy gals. Come on, get it done, Vinny. We want to see it. Everyone wants to see you saw. He doesn't have it out just yet. Come on, I want to see him.
Maybe he's just doing it for the G8 and the flashbangs, which is like honestly fair enough. Oh wow, there he goes. Yay, big tower. Oh no, Phoenix has died. That's not good. Oh, small tower.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad for Campo, is it? He always does go for that lurk. It's a good read actually from Campo. Phoenix
like that from him.
often does do the good old self drone.
Yeah. It was actually, I think, repelling. I can't tell if it was repelling or if it was outside. No, he wasn't.
Oh.
I mean, he could have technically been on repel. But
Wow,
yeah.
that's a far away kill. So
Yeah.
Campo,
1.5x.
spawn peeked him. Thank you, Sky.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about this game.
Well, I mean, I actually did see that one.
Oh, okay, well
personally.
I didn't see that one.
I know, I could
so,
tell.
Yeah.
But hey, now Kelton's Knights have made some headway.
Yay!
And look at that. The hatch is open.
Well, I think the hatch was pre-open, wasn't it? Because they were roaming inside a
Yes.
yes.
No,
meeting.
I
Now they've
think it
fallen
was.
off.
That was kind of what I was
Insinuated.
Yes,
Right. I
exactly.
understand. I understand. Oh, and they know that there's a roamer left on the top floor.
Oh,
now,
this is a wall bang.
There's a soft wall right
Come
next to
on.
him, and the hatch is also. Oh no! Now he's definitely stuck. His full off right one's gone. Oh, never mind. He can run back straight down the
Hang
stairs.
on a
That's
second.
okay.
There's a guy on top of the hatch, though. Tiltec once again! What is this man doing? He's decided to make silly his business here, but he doesn't find Vinny, who's now run away.
Well, the problem is, maybe they've read into it, right? And surely they have a flank drone there this time, because Tiltec has done that before. So will it work? I don't know, but there's only a minute left to go, and maybe under the crunch of the time, Kelton's Knights will not be thinking about it. They'll just be trying to go for the execute.
Just swing this, Pat, mate. I'm telling you right now, you swing, you kill Pluto. Oh, there's no way! He didn't check the corner. He almost got the kill anyway, but Pluto bests him. Oh, this is very, very unfortunate now for Kelton's Knights. 3v5. Vinny trying to do what his teammate could not. Tiltec's come back, and he's on for a bit of a gun. Upstairs now, Vinny's going to go hunting, but it's very late in the equation now. Spots him, does take him down. But these Vulcan canisters are making it so difficult for Kelton's Knights to get their shoes in the building. 4 players still up for Mammoth. That's a lot of heads to find. Desperately spraying now. Worthy can find one, but the trade comes through. And they do recompose, man. They do find a defense on the reattempt.
Good stuff from Mammoth to be able to hold on to that one. Change of approach there. They decided to actually hold on to their roam that time. And even though there was the Jackal on the board, he was taken down early, and it afforded the roam to stay there for a very long time. And they really made full use of it towards the end. Tiltec putting a lot of pressure on that flank as the execute came through. And even though they tried to time the execute a bit funky and go in for a swing at a funny time, at an off timing, it didn't work.
No.
And so Mammoth hold their ground and they win a basement defense.
We said it right. The punishment or the reward, it really feels like the same thing. For winning your basement attack is that you have to attack it again. And it didn't work out so well for Kelton's Knights on the re-attempt.
Well, look, it was exciting, all right? They tried to go for the speedy, but then it wasn't really that speedy in the end.
Well, the Goyo kind of makes it a bit hard.
Yeah, it's hard to be speedy when there's fire on the ground and you can't put it out.
No,
Yeah.
no. They need like a fire extinguisher operator on the attack.
Unfortunately, there are no firefighters. Even though Ace, I believe, is one, right?
Yeah, that's actually a
the lore.
great point. What about this? You throw a Selma
Oh, gosh.
onto the flames and it puts it out. Because you know, like the explosion,
yeah,
it's meant to be like a
hydraulic thing. Yeah, okay, yeah, right, sure.
What do you think? Does the engineer approve?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the most unconvincing yes I have ever heard.
Yeah. That would be exciting. But then the thing is, like, the Ace charge has actually got to, like, explode, right?
Yeah.
For the hydraulic to be released.
Yeah.
And so if the Goyo canister is on the hard ground anyway, ooh, nice shot from Neptune. Okay, anyway, if the Selma charge is on the hard ground
more
anyway,
important things.
then it won't deploy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And therefore you don't get any hydraulics. That's bad.
Yeah.
So it kind of doesn't really work. It's a very niche situation. You would never use it.
It is. Maybe we just need a dedicated fighter operator. Unfortunately,
What if a fire extinguisher was like a secondary
gadget.
gadget? Or a water bomb! Oh, imagine if you had an impact grenade that was like a
we
water
need to do
bomb
a
you threw on
content
the
piece
ground.
with water bombs. That would be amazing. I would love that. We need to do a
That
water
would
bomb
be
fight
so
with all the
cool. Man, I really want a water bomb as my secondary gadget now. That would be sick. Top floor's the bomb site. There's a lot of roamers once again.
And Tiltec has water bombed out of the round, unfortunately. Great early punish from Kelton's Knights, and they've actually taken a lot of ground for it as well. Just have a look at where Sealy is. He's kind of trapped, but Campo's found one back. Phoenix seems to always be the first one on the ground for his team.
Unfortunately, the OD man, he's not doing too bad, 4 and 5, so he's collecting at least some kills, but nice swing from Vinny onto Cambo, who was aggressing onto the breach, leaves only one man left on the bomb site. And the rest forced to retake.
Oh, yep. Sealy's not going to be able to retake that. Hunter is in a bit of a pickle, in a bit of a pinch. But the gas
nice
might be able to make this a bit awkward now for Pat. He's low HP, takes a bit of damage. Surely not again from Hunter. Worthy puts it to bed. Kelton's Knights do come back there, and they get the 2 rounds they needed on the attack.
Really nice stuff from them to take it nice and slow, going through Master, opening up the reach, punishing Mammoth for going for some over-aggressive stuff, doing their risk-taking and that. Kelton's Knights do a good job at cutting down that bomb site and punishing the fact that once they'd found that one kill in the breach, there was really only one person left on the bomb site, and that was Hunter, all on his lonesome, SMG-11 in hand. Cannot gun down 3 or 4 people walking through a doorway, unfortunately, so not enough bullets in that magazine to deal with that one.
No. It's a shame, because Hunter's actually had a lot of really good rounds here, it feels.
He's doing good.
He has been doing some pretty good. But now this is really where it gets difficult for Mammoth. They might be 2 rounds ahead, but I have the distinct feeling they're about to lose that advantage now that they're on their attacking side. Very difficult to attack this map.
Yeah. And we were saying it's the basement bomb site.
Oh, yeah.
Woohoo! So this would indicate to us that Kelton's Knights should collect some good wins here.
Mm-hmm.
They should get themselves back up in the scoreline because it's Oregon, and it has gone exactly how we thought it has gone so far.
Well, I will say I didn't expect Mammoth to win their defensive meeting.
That's true.
But then the score result is the same, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Credit to Kelton's Nice, they won a Dom's attack. But it's funny how like the permutations of what bomb sites are won and what order can change, but the score line at the end of the half stays the same.
So you're saying it's about the destination and not the journey?
Exactly. It's not about the journey, it's about the destination.
Please no one take any life advice from this broadcast.
That is the opposite of what I recommend in life.
Oh, C4! Exciting!
See you later. Sealy's having a real roughie, unfortunately.
Yeah, not too great. His debut match as well with this team. Going 1-6. It's not a pretty scoreline to have, but look at that. Very quick sweep of the building. Hunter, the man of the hour, as we've been saying, getting his way in with the Jackal, is going to cut down on this roam very quickly, although there is not a whole lot of presence from the side of Kelton's Knights on this ground floor. All of them bunkered down in the basement.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the tracker will be able to at least confirm that and expedite. Is that a word?
Expedite.
Yeah.
Expedite.
It sounds like a word. If I hadn't questioned it, no one would have blinked an eye. Expedite this roam clear, right?
I kind of want expedite to be the actual word.
I'm 100% saying that from now on.
Because I feel like expedite sounds like a more speedy word. You know what I mean? Expedite is like, what does that mean, right? It's expedient is more autological for what it actually.
We really need to get a thesaurus after this, don't we?
Oh gosh. Making progress though into this ground floor. Mammoth, unfortunately with the man disadvantage and the hatch staying closed. Baby EMP to try and clear it.
Second one's
Oh, Retilia Claw might trick it though. That could be good. Oh, and it does.
Ah.
Oh, it's always so tough to land these.
Well, he's still got another EMP in pocket, but the problem is now Nep can just juggle again. He's got another claw. He's picked his claw back up. Like,
well, the thing is, maybe at this point Mammoth decided, okay, that's too hard. Let's go for a front take instead. But the problem with the front take is that there are 2 mirrors, and that's bad. They don't really have that much to deal with these 2 mirrors, unless Cambo can get down and put some Hibana charges on the wall. 50 seconds, actually. It's possible.
oh, there's a smoke gone out. So actually
oh, yes, they are actually going to deal with it. Very nice.
Cool. So the smoke Hibana combo trying to make it so that the Hibana pellets will detonate as they can't all be shot. Phoenix can't see them all. I'm not sure whether the breach actually managed to be successful and deny the mirror, but here comes Hunter making his way up Freezer.
It's actually not a bad idea from Hunter. He's been able to creep his way all the way to the doorway, but swung by Phoenix on the other side. 30 seconds left to go and the trades start to come out. Phoenix collecting the second onto the back stairs and Campo in a 1-on-4.
Bit awkward. He doesn't have a lot to work with here. And it is a pretty elementary shutout there at the end of it for Kelton's Knights. Fortunately, that proved to be as difficult as an attack as we expected.
I actually didn't mind the idea with the mirrors and the smoke and the Hibanas. I thought that was quite brilliant.
I think you need to do a full set of 6 though.
Well, yeah. And he kind of missed them a bit as well,
well,
unfortunately.
Yeah.
They didn't quite land the mirror.
Honestly,
maybe that was the point, to not land the mirror, just to see the bottom parts so you can shoot them.
Yeah.
You know?
But I don't know. I've seen a lot of people do that where they try and hit under the mirror, and so it creates like a hole under. And in theory, then they can't play. Because if you just destroy the mirror, then they can still crouch and put their head up behind it.
That's true.
I know, it's always triggered me. I've always been... Maybe it's like the neatness factor, but I've always felt like destroying the mirror needs to be the priority.
Well, I think the thing is the mirror has completed this beautiful architecture of the bomb site, right? And Hibana comes along and is an abstract artist, okay? If there's anything that we know about Hibana pellets on a wall, is that sometimes they don't go together and you get some funky breaches, and that's the point, you know? I feel like it's part of the charm.
Yeah, mirror is Da Vinci and Hibana is Picasso.
I see Hibana as more of a Jackson Pollock to me. That's actually awful. We can't make jokes like that on an esports podcast. That's terrible.
Well, now Kelton's Knights are just one round trailing, and as we expected, it's getting much more difficult for Mammoth on their attack.
And here we go, top floor bomb site. Not too much being held inside a trophy, just the one shield there, but not a lot to support it. Just a couple ADSs should be pretty easily dealt with by the lineup that Mammoth have brought along. Lots of explosives and things like that.
Neptune.
Pressure in the big tower, though, from Neptune is going to make it quite scary to do an attic push.
I like that, though. He's basically just baited them out. He's scared off Sealy. He's now running away, and he can just rotate back into attic and reinforce off the rotate hole.
Next step for Mammoth is to clear out the power position inside of Trophy, and easy as he does it. Lots of explosives and flashbangs and that. We'll make quick work of that position. The next step, of course, Phoenix with a C4 prepped out onto the top armory peak. Pluto's being very cautious about that, has even made a rotation for himself. Taking that top armory peak can be quite challenging, but the next thing they need to worry about is getting the second breach open, but Worthy's down below for pressure.
I'm a little bit scared about that. Worthy has 2 impacts as well, so if he hears that breach going down, he could certainly start to open it up. And of course, step 1 here for Mammoth is to clear off the electric claws.
Big EMP will surely do that one. Vinny trying to go for the juggle as he tries to pick up a second Rotilia Claw, but the second EMP can actually take that one down as it gets placed too late. Worthy, though, can collect a second back for Kelton's Knights and man advantage even.
But the attic player has been taken down. That's Phoenix. It's a huge opening now for
I think they
Mammoth.
can replace that, though. There's an attic rotate, I think.
Yeah, and I think Neptune has snuck back into attic, so Mammoth need to be extra careful. If they're not aware of this, if they assume that it's clear, they could be punished.
Oh, and I think you've called that exactly right. Neptune has been able to retake that position unknowing to Mammoth and claims the life of Pluto. Now with only a minute left to go and in the man disadvantage, it's going to be quite a tall order for them to find this execute.
How do they start to flush out these anchors, right? You got no nades, you got no flashes, all you got are the concussions from Hunter. He has to land this shot, but Neptune should be pretty safe. Apparently not. Hunter's going to need to duel a couple more, though. And advantage now flipped the other way. And Pat has to try and retake, knows the player is on the side of the doorway, and he does eventually find the head. Last player left is Vinny, who makes it a 1v1, and he has full information on the down of Tiltek. A great clutch there. I believe a 2 versus 4 from Vinny and Pat to close out that round.
Valiant attempt from Mammoth to be able to claw that back and go for the execute. It was upon the heroics of Cambo, who walked himself in with the diffuser to try and claim that round win, but the retake from Pat and Vinny in tandem with each other was absolutely perfect. They took the gunfights that were necessary. They isolated them one by one by one. We were on Pat's POV there, and he did a great job at finding that first pick onto Trophy before looking for the second, and great retake there from Kelton's Knights to close it out. Scoreline even.
Scoreline is even. We had theorized, we had theory crafted, we had assumed, and our assumptions have been correct, it seems. Very exciting now for Kelton's Knights, but Mammoth have taken their tactical timeout.
I think fair enough, though. Mammoth, they want to win this one. This is
really
exciting, right? If there's any match to win, this would be the exciting one to win it against, right? This is the ranked demon team, right?
Oh, yeah.
A ranked demon team to try and beat them. You want to take your tactical timeout as a regular team, structured team that you actually play with your 5-week tweak, except for Sealer who's coming and subbed in. You want to try and close this one up.
Yeah.
Be a good, comfortable win to find.
For me as well, though, I'm thinking about the fact that Mammoth have had such a rough season. They only got their first win last week when they played the other bottom team, and now the very bottom. Not quite sure Kelton's Knights are actually, funnily enough, only just above them, despite having some really big games. We talked about the big upset over Wildcard. They didn't take down Wildcard.
No.
But they pushed them to overtime and eventually lost 8-7. They really made Wildcard sweat. And a lot of people are saying that that was kind of the turning point for Wildcard not being able to make it to the major. Unfortunately, I don't think Wildcard would have made anyway after losing the Circular Spheres, but definitely these overtime games really pushed them to the limit, and Kelton's Knights were the first one to do it against them. But now they're sitting in 6th place. They're behind teams like your Aerial Arise, your Homeless, your Circular Spheres. They've struggled to break into the top 4. But a win here, I mean, it would be something. I think technically they could actually jump above Aerial Arise. If they win this game and it's not, if they win this game in regulation, yeah, according to my notes, win this game in regulation, and Kelton's Knights actually jump above Aerial Arise.
That's exciting. That is very exciting. I feel like it'd be so much fun to be on this team. Like, look, they don't practice week to week, day to day, whatever, right? You go to game day and you show up and you cause the big whoop-de-doo upsets.
Oh, yeah.
And you rob teams of points because you're good and you've been around for a while, right?
It's not just points, it's money.
Yeah,
it's actual
exciting
money.
thing.
Like, this is
money.
the biggest prize pool we've ever had for a single stage in Rainbow Six in Oceania.
It's actually so good. Like, there is so little pressure on this team, and all they're doing is playing for the big cash, the big dosh. It's good. It'll be a very fun team to be on. Pat's going to hold on to his T3 position all on his lonesome, as Worthy has left him behind now. Hunter to be the next point of contest for him. Just sitting on the beam, nice off angle to try and catch the swing in.
Oh, he actually managed to climb back up the ladder. He's in an awkward spot though. Pre-ripping a C4, he gets spotted. Wants to try and use that C4. With a player on each of these windows, he has to be careful. He has to always be watching at least one of the windows at once. A C4 goes out. Eventually blown, but there is the upside down rappel from Campo. And Pac goes down without too much of a fight.
A lot of time wasted though on that side of the map, but keep in mind the bomb site is close by. It is kitchen and meeting, of course, and the lineup that they are bringing would indicate to me that they're just going to try and get open this meeting wall and go for an execute. Having half the wall closed will be quite challenging to put an exothermic charge onto, though, as Worthy looks for this flank.
Oh, Vinny, meanwhile, has found one as well. Worthy is on the verge of finding his own, as he said, with that flank. Oh, it's perfect for him. Thermite is dead. Ossa is down. And while he is finally traded back, Mammoth have been picked to pieces here.
No flank drones or control of the basement has led to their demise. Now 3-on-2. It's not totally losable until Phoenix can close one back. Pluto now on a 1-on-3. Sneaking his way inside a kitchen. Players, the defender seemingly unaware of his position. Oh, he might be able to collect one here.
Free fire comes out. Phoenix seems to be aware. Just a couple of baited shots, bated breath, and Kelton's Knights deny the conversion of Mammoth's tactical timeout. And with it, they also, for the first time this game, Mandy, take the lead.
Yeah, not a bad idea to go for a more linear take into the big tower, but the problem with that is that you need some pretty good flank watch to make that one work. Otherwise, they can come up the back stairs and they will shoot you.
Yeah.
And I think the disappointing thing to me there is that they spent so much time on that side of the map as well, and yet they couldn't quite establish themselves on all 3 floors, although it was quite linear. Were they able to punish that mistake and clean up the round for Kelton's Knights?
With that now, I feel like we have hit a turning point, Mandy. Oh, to be honest, I think we hit a turning point when we switched sides and Kelton's Knights moved on to that defense, but I think we're finally really seeing it pay dividends for the Kelton's roster now, as they've taken that lead, and it feels almost like they're just destined to take match point now as well.
Now here's the question about the journey and the destination, blah blah blah, because they just won a tertiary bomb sites, right? So because they won kitchen and what's the other one? Kitchen and meeting.
Yeah.
Does that mean that they go on to win the game? Because we theory craft that they're definitely going to win the basement and the top floor from here out.
Well, I think Dorms is definitely a pretty tight one. Mammoth were very close to winning that Dorms site. It was a 4v2, and then who was it? Pat and Vinny clutched it. But this basement one, I don't know. I need to see something drastically different from Mammoth in order for them to have a shoe-in. Fortunately, looking at the operator lineups, maybe we do have something a bit different from them this round.
Well, if Kelton's Knights close it out, we can safely say it is about the journey and not the destination from here out, which they should in theory. Unless Mammoth can bring something very special to the attack, and well, there is indeed Monty and Amaro and all these exciting things like the Lion on board for what could be a very explosive execute.
Drone in sight as well, located the bomb. That's Sealy. He's spotted out that Pillar's position is clear. The drone has now been taken out, and Vinny is a bit sus on what that might be signaling.
There we go. Backside take for Mammoth, it seems, as they start to make their way into the building. Unfortunately, I don't think they can get the hatch open. Oh no, they have got tin can openers. They are going to start to work on this. Yeah, they've got baby EMPs and they've got Thatchers. Oh no, they don't have baby EMPs. They just have Thatcher. Pluto has decided not to bring baby EMPs. That's fair enough. There's a trick. There's a Retilia Claw trick. They're going to have to play this minigame though, of course, because Neptune was very successful at it last time. Ooh, Sealy being able to open up that position onto Phoenix will do the goods for them though. Ooh. Whoa. Bit tight.
Would have had to thread the needle there. Almost did as well. Here comes the breach. And indeed, that meeting hatch has been opened.
Actually looking really good now for this execute. They've already taken out that player that was in that Shiko power position. That's really going to open up the backside for this attack to come through and make the execute work. It's a whole minute left on the clock, so they don't need to be too hasty about it. They can take their time to actually fully plan what they want to do. But Worthy could put a thorn in their side.
So map control, man advantage, and an opportunity for Mammoth. But Worthy could be the thorn in their side. Tiltech seems to be very aware of it, but he can't afford to lose this fight now. Worthy has run all the way back downstairs as Hunter starts to put some serious pressure with that Monty marching on down towards the bomb site.
Yeah, a lot of pressure being put on from that Monty. They could have an attacker creep up behind him and try and sneak that plant down. Pluto, look at that though, lurk on the other side to try and put a pincer on this basement defense, but Campo's gone down. Oh,
here comes the Gon 6, but Worthy is fully aware of it, and he rounds the corner to take him down. Man advantage now for Kelton's Knights, as Campo has not been able to be picked up. And Hunter, all he's got is this shield. He goes for the ADS points, but Worthy takes him down. Fortunately, Campo has been picked up, but he's put straight back down again. It's all up to Tiltech. 1v4, first kill he's found, but looking for a second one. Vinny is just toying with him with the shotgun. And Worthy, a massive round from him, puts his team onto match point here, Mandy. They are running away with the game.
Oregon basement defense. Close out in Oregon basement defense fashion. They hold on to just the basement floor and about nothing else. Not a massive roam, nothing too ambitious from the side of Kelton's Knights. Playing the hatch trick minigame cost them, well, cost the attackers not too much time, but they were forced to play it nevertheless. And as this very linear take came through from the big tower, we were expecting big things with the lineup that came through, but unfortunately to no avail, as Worthy was there to meet them on the other side.
So you want to hear something fun, Mandy?
What's fun? Tell me something fun.
Kelton's Knights are currently on 6 points. Aerial Arise above them on 9 points. So if Kelton's Knights win this game in regulation, win this round, they tie on 9 points Aerial Arise. Now, if it is a 7-4, as it would be if Kelton's Knights win this round, Kelton's Knights' round difference goes up to -6, where it's currently -9.
And do they beat Aerial Arise?
Aerial Arise's round difference is -7.
Oh.
So what I'm telling you right now, Mandy, is if Mammoth win just one more round, it forces Kelton's Knights, even if they then win 7-5, to go to the tiebreaker on round diff against Aerial Arise. Both teams will be tied at -7 round diff.
Ooh, damn, this is the money round.
And I actually don't know what the tiebreaker is after that. I couldn't tell you who takes the 5th place.
Well, is it not head-to-head after that?
That's a good question. It might be.
I feel like surely it would be round if head-to-head. That makes sense. And then who won? Surely Aerial Arise won, didn't they?
I'm checking. Kelton's
Checking
Knights
possible dub.
beats Aerial Arise.
Ah.
Kelton's Knights have the head-to-head. Now, I don't know if head-to-head is after round diff.
Head-to-head would be after round diff, I
think
believe,
it is.
in the rule book.
But I think that regardless, Kelton's Knights have the pressure on to win this round.
Can we have a Liquipedia editor confirm this with us, please? We have one in studio.
Where's
Notary? Tell us. I don't think he's listening to us, actually. He's called upon and he's not here. What's going on?
The dog. Oh.
Potential final round, though, Dev, of this series. Phoenix not spotted out in his reclaim of this dining position. The drone right next to him goes right past him inside a kitchen. They have absolutely no idea where he snuck into.
Oh, that is fiendish here from Phoenix. Sealy's got absolutely no clue, and he could be very unfortunately timed here. Meanwhile, Tiltech's taken a bit of damage. Has Sealy just drone past him again?
Oh no, Sealy. He's got absolutely no idea what's about to hit him. Meanwhile, though, some big action down on the bomb site. Pat can double down on a second pick onto these Mammoth players and is still holding steadfast in that concrete position. Their eyes trained on the execute now as a Smoke Babe is going to be able to stop them in their tracks.
Very scary now for Mammoth with Tiltuk so low HP. Pat's been stimmed back up again by Worthy. Kelton's Knights just have to hold on for another minute.
Ready?
Oh,
it's such a good noise. I love it.
It's so satisfying. Oh, you know what else is satisfying? Pat says as he finishes off Sealy. And Tiltek prone on the ground. Him and Campo might actually have something here, Mandy. It's all up to Phoenix in a 1v2. No C4 to speak of with Tiltek low HP to cover. There might be a shot in it, but Phoenix, the rookie, has to deliver. 2 players with a good crossfire waiting patiently as they separate. Trying not to isolate 1v1s, but Phoenix might have found it. He only needs to land a single bullet to take down Tiltek, but Campo's got his number. Mammoth push us yet another round further, Mandy.
Oh.
They will not go down just yet.
And the money round for Kelton's Knights. Stolen away from them from Mammoth as they're able to claim one more attack into that top floor. We did poise that one to be a more volatile bomb site than the basement defense that we last analyzed and we had had a look into. And Kelton's Knights, unfortunately, falling short as the execute rolled through. Now we're going to go over to this tertiary bomb site instead. Kelton's Knights choosing not to repeat that top floor once again and trying to throw Mammoth off guard. Now, I will not lie to you all, chat. My co-caster is gone. He's disappeared to talk to, I believe, it's League Operations. Have you checked possible dub?
I am checking possible dub, Mandy.
Yeah.
And I have confirmation from League Operations and a resident Wikipedia editor that's if it is tied on round if it goes to head-to-head.
Okay.
Which means Kelton's Knights win this round, they go above Aerial Arise. They lose this round, they don't.
Ah, exciting.
So this is the money.
This is the money round.
This is the money round.
The last one was the appetizer for the money round. It was the potential money round, but now is the real money round.
This is the real shit.
This is oh jeez, it really is the last day of the broadcast, isn't it? Worthy is going to start off the big money round by looking for a spawn peek onto this big tower side, and in fact there are 3 players that have spawned here, so it could be a little bit scary for Mammoth if they don't check their doors and corners.
Oh, Worthy. He's had a good game so far. Cracked well above double digits. Of course, it's him and Vinny in form for the team. Can he land this spawn peek? I don't think he's been spotted. Patience could be a virtue, but the rappel comes up. Spots the tail end of him.
C4 is all ripped for Pat already, who I believe is playing inside of that tier 3 position, looking to try and collect that. I could be completely wrong as well. Oh, he is there. There you go.
Pre-rip C4.
He's looking for it. Bang. It does not land. Hunter lives for another day.
How much longer? There's still a lot of presence here from Worthy down below in tier 1. Oh, C4 over the top. That was a bit scary there for Sealy, but he does run away to evade it just in time.
Taking a lot of time to clear out this position though, Dev. Pat, he's wasting quite a lot of time here in this T3 spot, and it feels like Mammoth are actually going to... Oh no, they're not going to give up on this just yet. Rotating repels is Hunter, as he's identified that Pat is sitting just behind this scaffolding here in T3 and needs to be pincered out. Pluto as well to assist. But Vinny can take him down, and that's one of the repel players on the other side. Pat suddenly finds more safety in his spot.
Mammoth is just completely stalled out here. A nade comes up, but doesn't find Pat. They're looking very disjointed here, Mandy. Mammoth don't know what to do, but finally Pat goes down from the player on the window outside the tier 2 of tower. I'm pretty sure they're confident they've got that injure, so Pluto's going to repel on in, confirm it, and now they have 1 minute left to convert the 4v4.
Once again, if they want to go for this big tower only take, they need to make sure that they have the flank watch down in the basement, so that Worthy can't come and look for them and shoot the thermite in the back again, because that would be a bit scary. That wouldn't be fun. Not good. Bad times. Nice setup as well in the top floor, the Ossa Shield to aid the attackers, making sure the defense can't retake inside of Attic, as the execute can start to be planned from here on out.
Still, that Ossa is ready to get to work with one more Talon Shield in pocket.
And the danger as well with this is that the defense really doesn't have any explosives to deal with this. Also Shield Phoenix can collect a big kill, but the plant is going down.
He's got to deny that diffuser. He's got to finish him off. There's one player left. Campo somehow still survives, but only for a moment longer. It's all up to Sealy in a 1 versus 2 Mandy to save the game, to send us to OT, but Worthy was never gonna let that happen. A quick team kill onto Vinny to finish it off with a flourish, but for Kelton's Knights, it's a GG and a well-deserved $7,500. That's a cool prize to take away in their final playday here of the Oceanic Blast League.
Looking really confident there on that final site. They knew the win condition of the round was to take down that planter, and they did it to perfection. The run-up from Phoenix, and of course Worthy right on top to close it out for Kelton's Knights.
And if you're Aerial Arise, you are kicking yourself right now. You had a chance earlier today to get a point on the board and keep you safe, but it was